Hey everybody, welcome to Nerdy Over 30, the podcast where we talk about movies, games, and everything pop culture. As always, I am Jonathan, and here with me is my co-host David.
Yeah.
And today, again, for me, another fun guest. I've been watching his YouTube channel for a long time. This is Brandon, Arkansas Picker. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Busy evening, as you already know. But hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm glad to be here.
And for our audience, can you tell us a little about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so like pretty much my whole life I've been going to yard sales and flea markets and pawn shops and stuff. A few years ago I started recording it just to chronicle it and really upload videos so my mom could watch them. But it's turned into this thing where I do it every Monday. Every Monday I upload, and if you watch me, I'm looking for vintage toys, video games, Americana stuff. I like to collect Marlboro and beer signs and stuff like that. I'm also trying to collect every single Dreamcast game in the North American collection. I'm about halfway there. So
Right.
if you tune into me, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Dreamcast or me at a yard sale, which I know is two different things, but that's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
And uh, and as for the YouTube side of things, what made you say, "Hey, I'm gonna start filming myself doing the thing I like to do"?
Literally, literally. So I was at my mom's house one weekend. I go to my mom's house probably once a month just to go do redneck stuff because like they still live out in the country and they have like 16 acres. So literally, I'll just go out there and just go do redneck stuff. Anyways, I was out there one weekend and my mom and them were watching Retro Rick. I'd never seen Retro Rick.
Your mom was watching Retro
My
Rick?
mom, my mom was watching Retro
Oh,
Rick.
that's funny.
My mom likes to watch. She likes to watch people thrifting, and she likes to watch like dumpster diving people
Of course.
and like people stuff. Anyways, she like literally we were sitting there hanging out, and she put him on the TV, and she was like, "This guy's in Arkansas," and this is whenever he had like 30-ish thousand subscribers, and like we sat there and watched Retro Rick all night, and like literally I was like, I do this. Like I already kind of do this. Like I bet I could do this. And I went and bought a uh like a 4-year old GoPro and just started going to yard sales. Well, I was going to yard sales anyways, but I started bringing it with me to yard sales, and it just kind of evolved from there. Like whenever I first started, I kind of wanted to be like an eBay channel, and um, it just kind of evolved into just this. Hey, come with me as I pick up weird stuff. And that's just kind of what it is now, whether I'm at yard sales or game conventions or whatever it might be. But I don't know, that's just, it kind of just organically, I kind of organically fumbled myself into a YouTube channel, honestly.
Now, random
Oh,
question, because I know me and David are both thinking this since we're from New York. What do you mean by doing redneck stuff?
Okay, so redneck stuff. So my mom and them, they got 16 acres, and like literally just like riding four wheelers, like fishing, going out in the boat, running limb lines, just a bunch of redneck stuff. Sitting around playing guitar.
I kind of
Uh,
want to do redneck stuff now.
Yeah,
bro,
because
I
that all
love
sounds like fun stuff to
like
me.
so. I grew up really, really redneck, and now I'm married and I have a house in the city. Well, not the city. I'm in the town, whatever.
So
But
are you
I've been
less redneck now because you're
I
married?
am I am what you would call domesticated. Like my wife over the past 13 years, my wife has domesticated me, and every now and then, like literally, I'll just go to my mom's place and go do redneck stuff, and my wife completely understands. Like literally, I'll be like, man, I'm having a rough week. Like Shelby, I'm gonna go to my mom's place and go do redneck stuff, and she's like, you go do it. You have fun, and I will. I'll just go up there and hang out with my parents and do redneck stuff.
I
I
mean,
feel like I'm 17 again.
I mean, that sounds like fun to me, riding around four wheelers and fishing and stuff like that. So, no
Oh
problem here.
yeah.
Sadly, here in the Big Apple, there's not a lot of space to do any of that stuff.
Right, right. Yep. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Well, so were you and then I know you do conventions as well and stuff. Were you always doing that type of stuff too, or did that happen after the?
No, that happened after. Um, once again, Retro Rick, I was at his store when he first bought it,
Mhm.
and we were talking, and he was like, "Have you ever been to a retro gaming convention?" And I was like, "No, I've done. There's none in Arkansas, so like I've been to a few Comic Cons in Little Rock, but I've never been to a retro gaming convention." And he was like, "You need to come to Texas to Retropalooza. Retropalooza is a show in Dallas that the Game Chasers put on." And I was like, "All right, I'll go try it." I went down there and had like the best time of my life. And like I met Retro Wolf down there,
Uh-huh.
and like it introduced me into an entirely new world. And like from from going down there and meeting Retro Wolf was like, "Hey, you need to come to Game Jam South, which is a convention in Alabama." And then after going to that convention, all the people I met there, they were like, "You need to come to Siege, which is the big convention in South Carolina."
Still
And
trying to
like
go to Siege.
it's amazing, dude. I recommend it to anybody. If I could only go to one show a year, it'd be Siege.
Yeah.
But long story short, like it just kind of I just got hooked on conventions. Like you'll see me just any time of the day googling like if any new conventions have popped up around me, because I try to go to as many as I can financially. It's not made of money, but I do try to go to as many as I can because I enjoy it. It's a great place to network and just
Uh-huh.
meet cool new people. The retro gaming community, as so far, I've been pretty involved in it at least 2 years, almost 3 years. Everybody just seems so fantastic. Like everybody, except a few people, but almost
Yeah,
everybody has been
Yeah,
super,
there's some.
super welcoming and nice and cool. And I'm glad I'm in this community for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
so
Oh, I'm sorry, David. Yeah, I can honestly say from all the guests that we've had, anytime we've had a YouTube channel or a retro gaming channel, the nicest people, and I've stayed friends with all those people too, which has been awesome. More
Yeah,
retro gaming pandemic, we're really cool with those guys, and like Gabo, everybody's been super, super nice that we've had on. So yeah, it's definitely one of the best communities I think out of like any type of subculture or YouTube. That's probably one of the best communities. Sorry, David.
oh yeah.
no, you're good. So I know you enjoy everything retro, but do you also enjoy current things at the moment?
Absolutely. The way that I am lately is I'm playing more modern games, and then like at the house, I'm usually playing more modern games. If I'm at work on my lunch break or if I'm out of town or something, that's usually when I'm playing retro games because I'm playing them on my Switch or whatever it might be that I'm holding in my hand at that time. But like right now, I am so into Avowed. I'm like deep into Avowed because it's just Obsidian. I love Obsidian games.
Mm,
I'm a
mm,
huge Fallout fan.
mm,
Like I know you can't see it right there where my hand's at. That is like a bunch of Fallout stuff.
mm.
Um, just like so
So
much.
what did you watch? I guess the new show that
Oh my
well, it's
god,
not
I
new
love the
anymore.
show. The
Yeah, it
show,
was good, man.
I went into it and I was like, God, I hope it's not bad. Like,
Yo, dude, I really like. I had a drink in my hand. I was like, I'm ready for this to let me down. It's another letdown, and
I
then
was
nope, shut me up.
I was like, even if it's not great, like just don't be bad. And
Yeah,
like I was so like so relieved and like just over the I was so excited, dude. I was like, it's so good. Oh, dude,
and it's
Walton
crazy
Goggins.
because
Oh,
there was so many ways they could have done it bad.
yes,
Like
yes.
they so easily, you know. But no, they nailed it. The acting was good. The visuals was really good. The action, yeah, it was just really good, man. And I'm looking
Literally,
forward to some more.
literally, I have I think I have 6 or 7 Fallout tattoos, and I was
Oh
just sitting
shit.
there. I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, God, don't do it. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. But it was good. And like New Vegas is my jam. And the last episode when they teased New Vegas, I was like, ah! I was like shaking my TV. I was like, ah! So
God,
excited.
it's now torture to wait for another season because some of these things take for freaking ever.
Well, yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
that show is probably going to take forever just because of all the
Yeah.
things. Talking about
No, and I get it.
talking about having tattoos for things and being worried that they're going to mess up. I have a ton of Star Wars tattoos, and I see you have a Star Wars shirt. How are you feeling about new Star Wars lately? Because I'm not feeling too great about it.
So um so like uh
Here we go.
what was the first movie in the new trilogy?
uh, Episode 7. That was The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. So The Force Awakens, when The Force Awakens dropped, I went and saw it, and I was like, not bad. I was like, okay. I
Yeah,
was
same.
like, all right, okay, we're doing this. I was like, I'm not mad at it. And then I saw this. I saw episode
8.
eight,
Which
and I
I don't even remember the name.
and I was just like, what's going on? And then like I saw the last one, and I was just like, we're cooked. I was like, we're done for.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the Mandalorian came out, and I love the
Yes,
Mandalorian. At
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
especially
awesome.
the first season,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love the Mandalorian. Um,
Everybody was on that with the child and
Well,
everything.
it felt like Star Wars. It actually
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like Star
yeah,
Wars.
and
yeah.
even Rogue One, like
Yeah,
really,
Rogue One was very good too. That was the
Oh
only
my
really,
God, I
movie.
I
loved Rogue One.
I kind of like that it was its own thing, and it's not going to be 7 movies. But also, I'm kind of like, dang, I wish we could have got just a little bit more of that.
Yeah,
But yeah, 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 yeah. The Mandalorian, I dug. Boba Fett was fine. Yeah, I'm a big Boba Fett fan, so like, it
Well,
was, it was,
I call the Mandalorian. I call Boba Fett the Mandalorian season 2.5 because there was
for
more Mandalorian in it
for
than.
real too. There was 2 whole
yeah.
episodes that were just uh the Mandalorian. Um, but I haven't watched Andor.
Nope, I
I
haven't
haven't
watched it either.
I haven't watched.
Oh,
What?
I watched Andor. Andor was good.
I heard Andor was good, but I just haven't had
Yeah, I
time.
like that one.
What
Yeah.
was the other one?
There's the one with the kids. That's like the
Yeah,
Goonies meets Star Wars
Oh,
now.
I didn't watch that.
Called the
I
I didn't
Skeleton.
I, I
watch that.
haven't watched that one either.
Yeah, I haven't watched
But um, so the way I'm feeling about new Star Wars is, I don't know, man. If they try to do another trilogy, this is what I want. I don't want it to involve the Skywalker saga at all.
it.
I
Okay.
want it. I want it to be something
Interesting.
so far away from it. Like, even if they go like 1,000 years back and really talk about like the origins of like the real like Jedi and
That'd be
Sith and
awesome.
stuff,
Like an
like
old
that
Republic.
that'd be cool. Like, I want something. I love the Skywalker. I love the Skywalker saga, the beginning of it. Um, but like I just wish they'd just go away and just like do something totally different.
Well, I
Yeah.
do kind of want to still see some of the Skywalker, just because I feel like they just didn't end it. So it's like I feel like I need a better ending to that.
Bro, when he just like
That's true.
whenever he just like force died, it's the only way I can explain it. He just like force died. I was just like,
Worst time.
Well, because for
Yeah.
everybody that grew up with Luke Skywalker and was awaiting this for so long, they were like, "That's all we're gonna get for Luke Skywalker."
the
Well,
whole time he
the
the whole
books
time he
hyped
was
it up.
standing there. Go ahead. Oh, the whole time he was
Yeah.
standing there like fighting that onslaught that Kylo Ren was putting at him, I was like, he's not there. Like, as soon as that was happening, I was like, he's not there. Like, he looks like 20 years younger, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's not him. And then whenever it like, I was like, I knew it. It's so stupid. Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, that's
Disney, right? Disney, am I right? Disney, am I right?
So
But so going back to your collecting, right? So what is your grail? Everybody has that grail. Talk to me about it.
Ooh, my grail. So it's pretty much probably unobtainable. But if there was something that like if I had an infinite amount of money and I could just go buy it, it would probably be like a sealed copy of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Zombies Ate My Neighbors was my favorite game growing up. Uh, and like you can get a CIB copy for like 40 $50. But if you want like a sealed they're almost non-existent. You don't see them for sale hardly ever,
Crazy.
and
What do they
they're
go for?
prohibitively expensive. They're like 7 or 8 thousand, sometimes higher, depending on
Holy
if you and
shit.
if they get it graded like it's like 20. It's
Yeah.
insane. But
Oh
that
man.
that's probably it. Um,
So
And
what's your
then what?
grail
And
that
then
you? Oh, I'm sorry. So what's your grail that you
yeah.
actually have right now?
a Grail that I actually have in my room right now. I can actually go grab it real quick if I can get it out of here.
You know what, David? That's a smart part about the headset. You
Oh,
Holy
so
shit.
whenever I started doing this, like I used to be a Twitch streamer, and like I literally just sat at my desk the whole time. I started doing this to where I'm at my little work table, and I would test consoles and stuff. I had to go wireless because I was like,
Yeah, 'cause see, like we
I
have our
I'm
microphones on the
I
table.
I miss my nice condenser mic, but I do like going wireless. So this right here, this is
Nice. Talking about Star Wars.
Super Star
Oh, is that a
Wars.
sealed copy of
It's
Super?
not only sealed, but it still has the pull
Oh
tab
man,
on it.
that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
I bought this for like $25 in like
Get out of town.
2014, 15 or something like
So
that.
God
was that
damn.
at a garage sale?
No. This there was this dude online
25.
that uh that went around and bought stuff and resold it. It was kind of he kind of did what I did, but it was back in the day. And he like he would sell stuff on Instagram, and he like posted them on Instagram one day. I have another one. It was that and a sealed Empire Strikes Back, but without
Dang.
the pull tab.
So I have
Anyways,
Wow.
so I have both of those in my room right now, but just the carts.
yeah, he posted them for sale on his Instagram. He was like $50 for the bundle, and I was like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And what is the value for them now?
probably the sealed one with the pull tab, probably
Uh,
like $200. It's
Yeah,
not
not crazy.
crazy.
yeah.
And the other one probably like 70 or $80. If they were better games, they'd probably go for a lot more. But the Star Wars games weren't great.
Yeah.
They're fine. They
Yeah.
were.
I mean, it is what it is. And
It
Uh,
then
is
what's
what it
your
is.
what is your personal favorite item, like outside of value?
In my room.
I guess whatever you can come what comes to mind as something that you you enjoy for yourself, not like because of value.
Oh, um, something that I
Something that
enjoy
you
and not
cherish.
just for the
Like,
value.
yeah.
So probably so up up in my I can't get it down because it's like
No
under
worries, I'm not gonna make you do more
no
cardio.
no, but I just want to tell you about it. I have um the limited edition collector's edition of Fallout New Vegas. Um but it is the copy that I got in 2010 when the game released.
that's awesome.
Like it's the one that I went to GameStop and picked up at the midnight release, and it's the first
Right.
game I ever pre-ordered ever, and I still have it. And like
Oh, that's awesome.
that's something that like if I was down to my last dime, I probably wouldn't sell that just because like I've had it
It's a
since I
memory.
was 17. You know, like
Yeah. That's cool.
I'd probably never get rid of that.
That's cool, man.
So
Love it.
talking about finding games for well, you found them online for cheap, those games. But what I've noticed watching your videos and other people who pick near where you live is there's always a ton of good garage sales, or at least it looks like there's a ton of good garage sales from you guys filming, and things are always at good prices.
Yeah. Well, so Arkansas is not a great place to buy video games, but whenever it is, like when you do find it, it's like it's like 60 to 70-year-old people that got this like had this stuff from when their kids graduated college or whatever or went to college, and it's always so cheap, and it's just like they don't care. They're just like whatever. That happens a lot around here. And um, it's easy to buy collections around here. People are selling their collections all the time around here. I buy a lot of stuff like that, which is cheating a little bit, but it helps me get inventory.
No, man.
Um,
Whatever it
another
takes.
another thing is we have a ton of flea markets. Well, I think y'all call them antique malls, but
Mhm.
we have a bunch. We have
Yeah,
a ton of them.
we have none of that here in New York.
Oh no,
So for us to do that, we'd have to go to New Jersey, Connecticut, and where it's still slim pickings compared
yeah.
to where you are.
Well, we have outdoor flea markets, which if you watch Riff and them, they have like a swap meet that they go
Yeah,
to.
it's
We
crazy that
have
California has a lot of swap meets.
we have three, and they're all like in an hour. They're kind of in a circle, like an hour away from each other.
Mhm.
And almost every time I go to one of those, I'll find consoles, not video games a whole lot, but I find consoles at those all the time, especially Wii's. I got so many Wii's in my garage that like I could make a chair out of them and stack them up and glue them together and make a chair out of them.
Throwing the
Um,
breeze.
you can find a Wii at any outdoor flea market in Arkansas for like $15-$20. Like they're everywhere. But um, one of my craziest console finds, yard sale wise, was 2 years ago. I was at a yard sale and this dude had video games all over his table, and me and my buddy are going through them, and he can kind of tell that we were excited about it. We're like, "Oh, cool! Look at this!" And he had a PS1, and I was looking at it, and I was like, "Hey, man, you got anything else?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he opened the door to his truck. It was like a 1980 Ford F-150. He opens up the truck and pulls out of the floorboard a 3DO, and at that point I'd never seen the 3DO out in the wild ever, and I was just like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, like $35." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, dude." Like, and that was just that was the craziest. That's probably one of the craziest console buys I've ever had. Just this dude just pulls it out of the
That's crazy.
floorboard of his truck. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so for us, like, so we're from the Bronx, but where we live in the Bronx, there's a lot of houses and stuff like that. So there is a garage sale culture over here, but people over here know what they have.
yeah,
No, so yeah,
Yeah.
you never get anything. Occasionally, I'll hit it big and find some things, but it's very slim. But
yeah, and you get that here too. Especially closer to Little Rock, you'll go to a yard sale and they'll have, if you go to a yard sale and they have their games individually priced, like you already know, like they looked up all this
Yeah.
stuff before they put it out. I'll a lot of times I'll still try to make an offer, be like, I'll buy all this, I'll get all this crap off your hands for what, $200, whatever it might be. And sometimes it works, sometimes they're like kick rocks, but you know, if you don't try, you don't know.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
one video I watched of yours. You were doing a garage sales early in the morning, and I think you got like two board games and like it was a Switch case and like a Wii bag.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And it was like $2 she asked for. I was like, I wish. I wish you could
yeah,
find
yeah.
that over here.
Yeah, that yard sale, like literally, that was supposed to be a neighborhood yard sale. So I got up and went early. I got to the neighborhood at like 6:30 in the morning because I was like, there's gonna be so many houses to go to. I better go early. Bro, there was like three houses doing this neighborhood yard sale. I was so mad, but I did get that crazy toy buy from that. I got a really
Yeah,
good
that
toy
toy
buy
bar
from
was
that.
crazy. And what you spent like? And then that too. I think you only spent like what, $40 on
$40,
that?
yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. That was a really good buy. Um, Yeah, yeah. That Wii bag that I bought, I've had that same Wii bag like three times. Like I just keep finding it and selling it. It
Uh,
sells really easy. I put like $20 on it and it
Yeah,
always
exactly.
sells.
But yeah, you're getting it for $1. You sell it for $20. That's amazing.
It's not
how do
always
you?
like that. I can't even tell you how many things I've ever bought and they just,
Yeah,
but
of
you live
course.
and you
I was,
learn.
I was gonna say, how do you decide what's something of value and what's not? I mean, do you always look it up, or do you know?
Whenever I first started, yeah, I looked almost everything up. Being into this for this long now, I I know
You know a
just by
fair
looking
amount.
at a lot of stuff, I know roughly. especially when it comes to games and consoles and peripherals and stuff like that. If it's something weird, if it's something I've never seen before, that usually tells me that it's probably something valuable, because like it's like I've never I've never resold this. I've never seen this at a show. Like, what is this? It's usually something. It's got to be something either valuable or just something that somebody don't know about. But yeah. I've whenever I first started, yeah, I had to look up a lot of stuff. But
So
that's
talk
the
to. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I didn't have anything else to say.
Oh,
You
okay.
go ahead.
No, so talk to us about that trial and error process. How did you figure out, you know, I mean, how many times did you mess up buying something that you thought was going to be worth something, and how did you fix it? How did you get better at it? Like, what did
Still,
you do?
I still do it every now and then.
Yeah, like
But um, it's just it's just bringing stuff home and seeing it sit on eBay for 3 or 4 months and
Yeah.
just being like I bought this for $10. I'm trying to sell it for 20. Like, okay, I'll drop it down to 15. Like, all right, I'll drop it down to 12. Like, all right, I guess I'll put it at an auction for $1.99 and see if anybody buys it. And like, it's just like, man, well, that was a dud. And you just learn through so many things that like, like this is a dud, this is a dud. Um, um, I've gotten a lot better at it. I've learned to not buy so much crap. When I first started, I would buy anything I thought I could flip, anything like toasters and like just whatever, dude. Um, I've backed off that way. I've I've fixed myself on that account because I used to be bad. Like I would just fill up my garage with garbage, and I still
God,
do it a
bro.
little bit, but I'm getting a little bit better at curating this garbage. Um, like just for one example, I don't even buy disc only games anymore because it's just like even if you have a copy of Mario Sunshine, that game goes for like $30. I I could have that copy. I could have a copy of disc only Mario Sunshine for like 7 conventions and nobody buys it just because they don't want this disc only copy. So then it's a
Artwork.
$30 game that you got to drop down to 15 and it still might not sell. So I quit buying disc only games because it's just so hard to sell them. But that's just something I had to learn. Like I carried these disc only games around with me for several cons and then finally figured out nobody wants these. So I should probably stop buying them. But it's just you're always learning, always, always, always.
Yeah, I have some stuff on eBay that's probably been sitting there way too long that I'm like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have
Yeah.
got. So what made you decide to, you see so many YouTubers doing full sets of NES, Super Nintendo, this or that, but what made you say I'm gonna do the full set of Dreamcast?
So Dreamcast is one console that I completely missed out on. Like I
What?
had I had Sega Genesis, I had Nintendo, my cousin had an N64, one of my other cousins had a GameCube. I ended up getting a PS2, an Xbox 360, an original Xbox. Like through all the years, like not only did I never have a Sega Dreamcast, I didn't know anybody that ever had one ever in
Wow.
Arkansas. Like I didn't have any friends, family, anybody.
So
So
you're the reason that the Dreamcast went out of business.
yeah. But
I'm kidding.
I found a Dreamcast for sale at Retropalooza in Texas a few years ago, and I was like, I've never had one. Let me buy it and see what it's like. I'd like to experience. It's something I completely missed out on. And
Yeah.
then I found out that the full collection was only 247 games, and I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I so entirely underestimated how hard it
Yes,
would be
it's
to
hard to
buy all
understand for
these games.
Dreamcast.
I'm like 2.5 years in, and I'm only halfway through it.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
but but I'm
Oh,
still going. I'm still buying. I'm still interested in it. And it's a cool console. It is such a cool little console. It's like the power level is like between uh it's almost PS2 level. Like
Yeah,
it is
Mhm.
it's a pretty strong little console, and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
cool little console.
I mean, Sega was definitely onto something. They only if they would have kept going, because we did have Dreamcast when they first came out. Our whole group of
Yeah.
friends we all had
Oh
Dreamcast.
man, I love it.
And there's even
Yeah.
the cool things you could do with the memory cards and attach the memory cards together with your friends and
Yeah.
just, I mean, from Sonic Adventure to Power Stone.
Oh,
We played so much
jeez.
Power Stone when we were kids. Oh my God.
Oh my God,
And
such a
see,
good
that's
game.
another thing. I'm a huge Sonic fan. Like Sonic 2,
Yeah.
I think Sonic 2, it might have been it might not be the first game I ever beat, but it's one of the first games I ever remember beating.
Mhm.
I love the Sonic games, and because we didn't have a Dreamcast or anything, I completely missed out on Sonic Adventure. I didn't play Sonic Adventure till like 2 years ago, whenever I bought it, like as an adult for this
Yeah, that's
collection.
probably the best 3D Sonic game, hands down.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like I just completely missed out on it growing up. So being 30 years old and being able to pop it in and play it for the first time, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
And also,
It was like finding new lore, you know.
so what?
Yeah.
What Grail game are you missing from that line?
Um, um, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
Okay,
is it's up there. Um, and I think Giga Wing 2. I have Giga Wing 1. I have Illbleed. I have quite a few of the heavies. I kind of tried to buy heavies as soon as I can to knock them out. But yeah, I still need JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's one that like I have not seen anywhere. Like out of all the conventions and stuff I go to,
I,
I see a lot of these games, but I can't always just buy them.
mhm.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like I haven't seen it anywhere, and it's not even really that rare. It's just like I don't know. I just nobody.
I didn't even know that was for Dreamcast.
Yeah, yeah.
What
And
the hell?
I think it runs for like 200, 250 ish or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's one that's kind of up there that I know I need to. I wonder if I can.
So interesting.
I was gonna see if I could filter by price and see how it is. But anyways, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, about right at 200.
Hmm.
Yeah, it goes for right at 200 complete. But yeah.
Okay. So, are you strictly only games, or do you buy any other things in
oh
general?
yeah, he buys other things. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
buying. I'm trying to buy. If I find a weird peripheral, I'll try to buy it. Cases, carrying cases and stuff like that, I'll buy it. If I find any Dreamcast merch like T-shirts, backpacks, whatever, I'll buy it. I haven't really found any though. Um, um, One thing that it keeps eluding me is the keyboard. There's a Dreamcast
Oh, the
keyboard.
Dreamcast keyboard. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes, yes, yes. I know
the
about it.
the first game I bought for the collection is Typing of the Dead. That's the first Dreamcast game I bought. Um, and I still haven't found a keyboard because I'm trying to do everything out in the wild. I can just order one on eBay, but I'm trying to find one like hunting.
Yeah,
And
that's the fun
I
of it.
still out of all the conventions and game stores and flea markets and everything I've been to, I've not found a keyboard yet.
Wow,
But
I'm surprised that like Siege or something you haven't found.
yeah, I know. No, no nothing. But I'm still holding out. Maybe I need to put my feelers out for it. You know, be like, hey, if somebody's got one, sell it to me. Meet me at a convention or whatever I
Yeah,
need
there
to
you go.
do. But
There you go.
So, has there been anybody from the community that you haven't collabed with yet that you would love to collaborate with?
yeah, I would like. And just because I'd like to go put him in a headlock, I'd like to go to California and like physically assault Riff because every every time I'm in one of Retro Rick's videos, he edits me as Cletus uh from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I've hung out with Riff a few times at cons and stuff, but I'd really like to go to California and really get up in his business because I owe him one or two.
Yeah, Riff is one of the few people who has been eluding us. So if he sees this, please come on the podcast. We've been trying to figure it out, but he's always his schedule is he's a busy guy.
If you come to Siege, you can put him in a headlock personally. Give him a wet willy.
Yeah, I know. I was with Eric from Retro Gaming Pandemic when they came to the city to go to the Nintendo store, and I went with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And uh, and yeah, he was. Yeah, they were saying, hey, you got to come out to Siege, yada yada. I know. I really want to make it out to that convention.
It's a good one.
So,
Um,
what
Go
kind
ahead.
of advice would you have for anybody getting into collecting and
Um,
selling, actually, thrifting?
And or YouTube. What's your general advice?
Yeah, yeah,
so collecting, I would say don't go for a full set. If you want to collect video games, like watch YouTubers that do like lists, like for instance, like RG Gamer, he does like lists, like these are like the top blah 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 games that are top horror games. These are my top shoot 'em up games or whatever. It doesn't have to be him, just whoever. Watch somebody that talks about video game lists and write stuff down. Be like, that game looks good, and and then look for it. And I personally don't buy a lot of stuff online, but you can get fantastic deals on Whatnot, like
Mhm.
Whatnot auctions and claim sales on Instagram. You can
Mhm.
get really, really good deals. If you have a look on Facebook and see if there's a retro game community for your state or city and get involved. Arkansas has one Facebook group. It's called like Arkansas Retro Gaming Community. There's like 1,500 people in it, but we are so tight knit. We help each other find stuff.
yes,
It's a really good get. Long story short, get in a community. It helps so much to get in community. Now, uh, if you want to start YouTube, the number one thing you have to do is be consistent. I upload every Monday, and you have to live by that. You have to be consistent, or YouTube's algorithm will eat you alive.
Yep. I know
Uh,
all about that, not being
yeah,
consistent. Yes.
you got to be consistent. Number two, whatever you're wanting to do, make sure you enjoy doing it,
yeah,
because like you don't want it to get old. Like I still love coming in my room. Like literally right here, there's a box full of like VHS and Goosebumps books, and like I can't wait to go through that. And because I have it associated with my YouTube, like I was scared, like God, I hope I don't get tired of doing this and like don't want to upload one day. But I still completely love it. So make sure whatever you're doing, you super enjoy. Um, get involved with the community again, because like since I started meeting other YouTubers, it's just snowballed, like collabing and helping out and stuff like that. Um, and understand this, that if you want to make a YouTube channel and be serious about it, it is a money pit. It is a money pit. Like obviously, eventually you're going to start making money off your content, but buying a camera, audio equipment, and then like you get that, and then you realize the lighting in your room's not good, so
Uh-huh.
then you buy lights, and then you realize that your camera's been shaking whenever you try to get B-roll, so you get a gimbal, and then it just like just you.
yeah.
I'm at a spot now that I think I pretty much have all the equipment I need, but
Same. Yes,
it
I went through the same thing for sure.
it's a money pit. And if you have a YouTube channel about collecting stuff, it is a super money pit, because it's like if I don't go out this weekend and buy junk, like I'm not gonna have a video to upload next week. So like I gotta
Yeah,
go buy stuff. But it all evens out eventually. And since I'm a reseller, not just a collector, it helps
right.
because I can roll this stuff over.
You can
But
afford collecting.
yeah, yeah, for the most part. Sometimes I walk to work, but that's fun.
Cardio.
Um, but yeah. Be consistent. Like what you do. Um, get a credit card.
No, listen,
Oh, don't do that.
well, actually, we're trying to get David to stop using his credit cards.
David,
That's more advice.
Yeah,
stop it.
Actually,
nah, I'm
you
down
should
to one actually.
you should take out your card and show him your card, just so how you try to stop yourself. You-
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, probably not a good idea because it has my card number
oh
on it.
yeah, well,
Yeah, show me the front and the back.
he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
this.
You want the three-digit code?
Yeah, he has a picture of Terry Crews on it, just
Oh yeah,
like no, like don't do that.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Pretty intimidating, but apparently not intimidating
Yeah, I
enough.
know. Yeah, not that into me because when me and him go to conventions, he's very easy. Swiper.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, see, whenever I go to conventions, I bring like X amount of cash, and it's like if I spend this cash, don't go to the ATM. I like to tell myself, don't go to the ATM.
Yeah, I started doing the same thing now. I just have a set amount, and if I blow that, then that's it.
Yeah.
So that's some other good advice for you kids. If you are going to start collecting, set boundaries and make sure that you can pay your bills.
Yes, that is. I should have said that first. Set boundaries. Don't don't feel like you gotta bring $2,000 to a convention and buy everything. Like be like, hey, I'm gonna go get a Grail and maybe a handful of other games.
Yeah. And then that's
Yeah, yeah.
also the fun. That's also fun. You don't want to buy everything all at once because then that ruins all the fun of finding all the stuff. Just,
Right,
take your time.
right. David, is your
Yes.
shirt Mia Goth?
Yep.
Okay. Word up.
Is that a Ruck and Fun shirt?
Yes, it is.
Oh, there's this company that we love that we've actually done. They've been on our podcast. They're called Ruck and Fun. Check them out. They do movie shirts and stuff. I think their next drop's going to be Fight Club, but
Oh,
we literally wear their shirts. I think we
Yes.
have
Very nice
like
shirt.
50 t-shirts from them. It's cool.
me and my wife are huge movie people, especially horror movies.
Oh, we
So
should
like
have talked about this.
Oh,
so
well,
like
well,
I
let's
have
just talk about it.
I have my game room, and then my wife, her room is just wall to wall movies. Like when
That's
we
awesome.
moved into this house a few years ago, I just built her shelves. The whole it's like a library, but it's movies, and she has like I think yesterday she told me that she had 4,000, but then she cut down to 3,600. But she has 3,600 copies of like physical movies, Blu-rays,
Oh man.
DVDs. She doesn't do VHS because it takes up too much space. But
Yeah.
but 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs. She buys
Yeah.
a lot of boutique stuff.
So
Um,
so we're all movie people. David and our other co-host T-Bud they go to the movie
Collectors.
theater every Friday. So
Yeah, we go to
me
we
me and Shelby go every Thursday. Because
there
every
you
Thursday
go.
because every Thursday night is an opening movie.
right, yeah, yeah, it
Yeah, I
is.
mean we've seen like this year we've watched every horror movie that's came to theaters and a few others. We're actually supposed to see Novocaine tomorrow night, but something came up and we're gonna have to miss it. We'll watch it later, but
Oh shit, you're right.
I
That
hate
comes
not being
out
able to
this
see it
week.
on opening
Yeah.
night.
All right,
Yeah, that's right.
here's a loaded question. What's your and we haven't asked this one in a while because we haven't really talked movies with anybody. What are your top 5 greatest movies of all time?
Oh
That's a
God,
loaded
dude.
question.
Yeah,
Don't
that's so
don't
crazy.
do that to me. All right, let me tell you.
He's
Tombstone.
like, I've been ready.
uh uh I'll probably miss a few, but just off the top of my head, I love Tombstone.
Great movie.
Tombstone is one of my favorite movies ever. I love Smokey and the Bandit.
Mhm.
Um, this is left field, but Chronicle, the movie about the kids that get superpowers. Um,
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
it's got
very left field.
a young Michael B. Jordan in it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I never saw it, but I heard it's pretty good. It's
I
like underrated.
I love that movie. That's a movie that I can just put in and watch like
Mhm.
any day. That's 3. And man, it's just there's so many, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's a very loaded
I
question.
like Days of Thunder.
Nice.
Um, I like I haven't even talked about horror movies. Like I'm like
Yeah.
like the
Well,
1970
so finish this and then we'll ask you your top 5 horror.
okay. And then number 5 we'll go with Sling Blade.
Nice. I now that was a good diverse list. A lot of times you get people that say a lot of the same stuff, so it's good to hear people say out of the box thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally said every movie that nobody has said that we've asked.
Yeah. Well, good.
So, yeah.
Now for your top 5 horror movies.
Okay, horror movies. All right, so like really, number one, I gotta start with number one, and it's got to be 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
That's a fantastic movie. Um,
Wow.
and then these are not in order, but these are just 4 more. I love the Evil Dead remake, like the 2014.
You mean the one with the girl in it?
Yes.
That was amazing. Even the end scene with the raining and the blood and
yeah, that was cool. That was cool, actually.
That was a great remake. Yes.
I love that movie. There's a movie called Grave Encounters. It's a found film movie. It's about ghost hunters that go to a insane asylum, and they're trying to like fake all this ghost stuff, but then real ghost stuff starts happening. And it's a really good watch. There's a movie called Hell House. It's another found film movie. I
actually saw that one. Yeah.
Hell House LLC it's really good.
Yeah.
And then another one.
Wow, the top 5 for that one, huh?
Oh, I love found film movies, and that movie, like, to this day, like, actually still genuinely creeps me the out. Like, it really creeps me out.
Okay.
And another one. Another one that just like really I love to watch. I'm thinking, man, probably, and this is kind of dumb because I already said one, but probably the like 2007 or 2008 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though the remake, and mainly because I watched that movie with my family a lot as a kid. Like, that was one of my mom's favorite movies.
Wow, what a choice movie to watch.
Mom seems awesome. She's watching like retro Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. Mom's cool. Mom's super cool. But yeah. But I'm a big. Me and Shelby. We didn't do it this past year, but for like the past 8 years, every April. Well, the end of May, beginning of April, beginning of May. I had that backwards. We go to a horror movie convention in Texas, and we go and we meet like all the people that we can. Like, literally, we save up all year to go do this. But we've met pretty much everybody.
Nice. There's a couple really good horror conventions here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we super enjoy it. Big movie people.
Well, we appreciate you coming on our podcast and talking with us. Is there anything you want to promote?
Yeah, dude. And I don't know where your listener base is at. I don't know if they're up north with y'all or if they're all over. But if you are in Arkansas around May, I'm putting on my own convention called Arkansas Retro Expo.
Nice.
In Hot Springs, Arkansas on May 17th. So if you're in the neighborhood, drop on by. But,
and we will put all the links to that below, as well as Arkansas Picker's YouTube channel and Instagram. So please go follow, like, subscribe, go to his convention. If I was in Arkansas, I would definitely go. And yeah, also, hey guys, follow our stuff. That'd be cool too if you guys like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Well,
and, especially if you made it this far.
And yeah, thank you again for coming on, man. If you ever come to New York, feel free to hit us up. We'll take you around.
Absolutely.
And as always, may the force be with you. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.